Hello Winterton and happy World Book Day. Hopefully if you're watching this video you have already watched the video I sent in before of me reading the first few chapters of my new book. If you don't remember me, my name's Bethany Walker and this is my book. This is my book and this is my book and this is my book. And I was both a pupil and a teacher at Winterton School, so it's very close to my heart. I understand that you, the children working at home, are going to have an exciting challenge today for World Book Day, which is to think about the chapters that you heard on the other video and continue my book. This is a really excellent challenge because I think that you will have brilliant imaginations and come up with some crazy goings on that will really impress me. So I have put together a very not high-tech few pages to help you come up with ideas for how you might continue the book. So here we go, let's try not to knock this off. So first thing we need to do is think about what needs to happen in your story. What things have happened so far in the bits that you heard on the video? Well, we do know that Freddie's parents are away. We do know that Freddie wants to make friends, and we are beginning to suspect, but we know really, that Freddie's parents are spies. So with that setup, there's so much that could go wrong, and you just need to use your imaginations and think about how those things could cause Freddie to have some dilemmas. The way that I plotted the book and came up with the storyline was really based around the idea of spy gadgets. So that's one suggestion for how you might want to think about plotting your book. Think about gadgets. Now, the excellent thing about spy gadgets is that they tend to be hidden in plain sight as something else. So you can really use your imaginations and think of ordinary, everyday objects and what they could have hidden inside them, what really they could be. So I've got some suggestions here. This is my attempt at drawing a phone. This is a slipper, and this is an iron, in case you don't know what it is. What could Freddie find? It's all about him not really understanding that there are spy objects in the house. So this is one of the ways that problems can be caused. Maybe he uses the item, maybe he takes it into school. Really let your imaginations run wild and think of how these gadgets can cause problems for Freddie. And then when you've thought of those, you need to think about Freddie himself. Now, my book I chose to write as letters, and it's up to you really how you write yours, but if you want to continue in the style that I started, then you need to try and think like Freddie. And the main way of thinking like Freddie is to be as gullible as possible. That means you believe pretty much everything that you are told, which is why Freddie is such a good character to be involved in the spy world, because he's being lied to all the time and he just believes all the lies. Remember, Freddie also loves chocolate milk, he wants to make friends, and he hates sprouts. So, if you're writing as letters and as Freddie, then these are a few pointers to bear in mind as well. Sometimes he feels that he says a bit too much and he crosses out some things that have a bit too much feeling in them, so you might want to do that. It also means that you don't need to worry about using an eraser, because there are crossings out in my book, there can be crossings out in your book too. He uses lots of words that he puts in capitals and he really emphasises, especially adjectives like lame and awesome, but also sort of ones that express his feeling, like yuck and so, and he's dead boring and things like that. And he also likes using similes, so remember they are phrases that use like and as. And with Freddie's letters, don't forget doodles as well. He uses lots of illustrations to help get across what he's talking about. Now, you might just want to write as Freddie, and that is absolutely fine. Or you might want to think about other characters as well and other forms of communication. So in my book, as you heard, there is a letter by the parents. There's lots of letters by the parents. There's also letters by the baddies. There's newspaper reports. It really doesn't matter what you include. It is about how you need to tell your story. So what would be useful? You can just tell it as a normal story as well. That's absolutely fine. But if you want to write as a different character, you really need to think about what that character is like. If you are writing as the parents, then you are caring and you are concerned what is happening to Freddie, but you are also very busy trying to save the world, and you're also lying to Freddie about what you're doing. So really try and get into the character, and when you've done all of those things, the very last thing to remember when writing your story is that it must contain lots of sprouts. Okay? And make sure that you have fun. And hopefully, when you've done your work and your teacher's seen it, I maybe will get to see it as well. And I would absolutely love that. Good luck and have fun. Bye.